Hi, I'm Audrey Lambert, and my speech is on the meth epidemic. Have you ever sat and thought about the different types of drugs on the streets and where they come from? Well, methamphetamine has been around for many and several years, and they cause problems all over the United States. Those problems could result in deaths and destructions of the families, your friends, co-workers, wherever it forms, it's going. Methamphetamine is the most addictive drug in America itself. Frontline first looked at this back in 2005. There has been some new laws that's been in place since then with the cold medicines that you buy over the counters at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, places like that. The pharmacy industry is actually still trying to fight the laws that was put back in place. Methamphetamine also gives you like an euphoric rush. In 2006, when Frontline started reporting, Congress actually mandated that all medicines containing the pseudoephedrine, which is the key ingredient that's placed in meth when it's cooked, be put behind the pharmacy counters. So now you show IDs and things like that to actually be able to purchase Sudafed, your common cold sinus medicine. Most states only allow you to buy 3 boxes at a given time. Most meth cooks, they're using a new recipe now. It only requires 1 box of the cold medicine. So it's kind of a little bit better for them on their end. The new recipe is called shake and bake. It is when they take 1 box of these pills, they add it with lye to make a heat form, and then they put mineral spirits in it. Or Coleman fuel, things like that goes into it. One wrong move and it can blow you up. It can blow up the house that you're living in or wherever you may be doing it. So it is very, very dangerous. You're mixing bases and acids together in this whole chemical. It's a chemical combustion waiting to happen. 2005, Oregon was more than half of the inmates that was in the Portland jails were addicted to methamphetamine. It causes deteriorating effects on your body, your physical appearance. You may notice that people will have sores all over them. That is from that. Teeth missing, facial markings occur from picking. Methamphetamines is the leading reason why most kids are taken out of their homes and put into the foster care system. In 2002, the Oregonell personnel that worked at a newspaper stand actually decided to give someone, Steve Zoe, a role in mapping out the details and how it formed. According to Steve Rowe, that was assigned to that investigation, he transferred his data into maps. In 1992, Oregon was the only state that would be blacked out. And then it actually, over the years, by 2003, it was starting to reach the East Coast. Travis Field states he spends most of his time while on patrol in Oregon actually looking for meth heads and meth places that they may be cooking it up. From one puff on the pipe, you actually can stay high all day long. According to David Anderson, meth crimes are from stealing to breaking into someone's personal property. You take whatever you can just to get that high. Property owners are not the only victims that is hit the hardest, though, during this whole meth epidemic. That role belongs to the children and the spouses of these people that are actually buying the drugs and making them and selling it, destroying homes. In 2005, 50% of the children in foster care in Oregon was due to their parents being on meth. Those children are often called meth orphans because the parents have been stolen from them, making them meth orphans. They're in a foster care system. Meth affects the brain with the dopamine that's in your brain. Dopamine is a pleasure chemical, and when you don't have that, they feel like they have to go back and overuse to get that effect. It alters the brain itself, methamphetamine does. The number one cause of the relapse is because nothing feels good anymore until you get that high, so to speak. In the 1960s, generations began experimenting with that and at the speed process of it. It became favorite to truckers, bikers, and even college students at that time. In the 1980s, a new kind was developed. It was called the supercharged speed. Gene House from Washington, D.C. actually had a plan to get rid of it all. He actually was the inventors that got rid of Quaaludes back in the 70s. He was a DA agent that traveled all over the world, and he fought Congress, and those were when the laws got placed with the restrictions of putting everything behind closed doors, behind the pharmacy counters, and that's why you have to show your ID now. So in all, in all, we've all been taught not to do drugs our whole entire lives, and the effects and the repercussions that you have from doing drugs, especially methamphetamines, it not only affects you, it affects everyone that you're around and all of your loved ones. Thank you.